All right, so I wanted to make a brief video going over how to fix the social media, working too much, looking down, rounded upper back posture that so many of us struggle with, best way to fix it, and also why it's important. So I'm gonna keep it brief. Number one, mobilize your tight muscles. The big ones are gonna be your lats and your pecs. So that's static stretching. I love pullovers for that is another good one. But just find a way to stretch those. And then number two, it's very important to pair that with strengthening the weak muscles. So not only are you stretching, but then you're solidifying the stretch with strength. So that's going to be a lot of horizontal rowing. It's going to be, any kind of external rotation for the rotator cuff would be important. Band pull aparts, anything where you're bringing the shoulder blades back and down. A great one, again, pullovers will lengthen and strengthen at the same time, kind of open everything up. Number three is going to be performing the big bang for your buck lifts with good posture. So making sure you warm up properly so you can get into good position. And then the best way to solidify that good posture and solidify that good position is to put it under load and maintain that position. So you see, Olympic lifters, when they set up every time, shoulders down and back, right? And they're setting up in good posture, a good position. That's gonna have a huge impact on strengthening that position. So from there, that's what you can do with your training. The important thing to recognize though is, if you're spending an hour a day in the gym 5 days a week, that is awesome, that's great. You're gonna have a big positive impact on your posture, but you're spending 23 hours a day where you're not. So recognizing your posture, how you spend time, moving more throughout the day, trying to work on standing a little bit taller, reaching through the top of your head, pulling your sternum forward a little bit, shoulders down and back, and just taking breaks once in a while to move, to look at the horizon. We spend so much time looking down. That's a really big factor. But take some time to look up at the horizon, stand tall. And then also understanding too that good posture is not good posture just because it looks good, but it also affects your health. It's good posture because it's optimal for moving the most weight you can, for sprinting, for running. They focus on good posture a lot, for just being an athlete and just being a healthy human. Another way that posture affects you is your breathing, which really affects your health. So if you're a little bit more rounded in the back and your shoulders are rounded forward, you're gonna have a really hard time opening up and breathing through your diaphragm, breathing through your belly, which is gonna send more of a rest and digest, your parasympathetic nervous system response, as opposed to your sympathetic nervous system response, which is gonna be more the chest breathing up here, which is more fight or flight, which has its place and is very important. But if you spend too much time in your fight or flight, it's not good for your long-term health. So it'll affect your breathing. Breathing is incredibly important for your health. And then the other thing is there's been studies showing that Harvard did a study showing that people that spent some time in the power posture, like the Wonder Woman posture before the interview process, performed way better. And also it's been shown that your posture standing up straight with your shoulders back, basically you're making a bigger target for yourself. So typically if people lack confidence, they don't feel good, your flexor muscles will kind of tighten up, and you're basically trying to make a smaller target. But standing up straight with your shoulders back can really affect your serotonin levels, which is really important to basically make you feel as if you have purpose, you have a job, to feel good. It's an important neurotransmitter, and that's been shown through humans, and also they did some studies on lobsters and found a very similar thing. And they found that if they gave them SSRIs to help their serotonin levels, the ones that were rounded over, less confident, were all of a sudden straightened back up. So there's a very important relationship there between posture and your mood and your neurotransmitters, which is huge. So to briefly review, stretch the internal rotators, strengthen your back, strengthen the external rotators, move more throughout the day, try to look at the horizon a little bit more, take movement breaks if you can, focus on your breathing. Better breathing will affect your posture, better posture will affect better breathing, and just understanding why it's so important. to work on your posture too, understanding it's not just good posture because it looks good, but because it's better for your health. So hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.